Okay, so hopefully you've seen the first part of this video. P. Holidai gave us a great introduction about the history of this instrument, how he got it, how it had been repainted since it had been stolen from him, and what he's looking to get done to it to get it restored back to its 1977 condition. He told us all about the electrics, and we're going to try and get the original three-way switch back in. We have the neck pickup was changed. We have the original neck pickup. We're going to try and get that back in. What Pete didn't make clear, though, I don't think, was when he said he wanted it back in its 1977 condition, he doesn't mean looking mint like he just got it out of the shop. All the little marks and scrapes and stuff that are currently on it, he wants those kept. So when we do repaint it and all that, we've got to get all these dings and stuff back. So we'll be photographing all the guitar's marks and things like that so we can recreate them again. And as you've seen from the pictures of how it looked back in 77 when P had it, there's some damage here and that. We've got some marks on the horn and stuff like that we're going to completely recreate. So all we're going to do today is we're going to take the strings off, we're going to take the neck off, we're going to scrape some paint inside the neck pocket just to see exactly how it was painted and what was done. Hopefully see how far down this red paint goes, whether the original paint is still under there or whether it was stripped off first. And we probably take the scratch plate off and just have a quick look underneath at what's going on there, see whether there are any other modifications done or is there any other changes. And that's just what we're going to do today, just an initial assessment to see what we're going to do. So first things first, we're going to take these strings off. You can see we've got some wear around the headstock here and that, but we're not actually going to be doing anything to the neck. So when we take the neck off, we'll just be putting it safely to one side until it's time to reattach it back onto the refinished body. So with our strings off, we're now just going to unscrew the neck. So these screws are actually coming out quite easily. And this is of course the 70s Fender 3-bolt neck join, as opposed to 4 with their small little micro tilt back here. So making sure we're hanging on to everything that comes off, because as you said, we won't be cleaning the hardware or doing anything like that. We'll just be putting it all back once the body's been restored. So you can see we've got some lovely dirt and filth under here. So with that gone, their neck should just pop out, and it has. So okay, so now we've got our neck off the Strat. We can see the heel here, and what we're interested in is these numbers on the bottom here. So just to take you through what these numbers mean, first of all, we've got a 09. That indicates that this is a Fender Stratocaster model. Other numbers would indicate a different model. Next, we have 03. It's hard to make out the 3 because we've lost the bottom of it here, but that indicates that the neck is maple, which is correct. Now we get on to the interesting numbers. The first 2 digits here we have are 3 and 6. So that indicates that this guitar was made in the 36th week of that particular year. The digit on the end here we have is the particular day of the week, so the 3rd day of the week, so this was made on a Wednesday. But then this second last digit here, which is a 5, that indicates the year it was made. So this neck was made in 1975. So we think the guitar is a 76. So when we use our numbers, if we know this is 5 means 1975, it was the 36th week of that year, which would have been between September 1st and September 7th. And if we use our 3 here, it was the 3rd day of the week, so that would have been September 3rd. So Wednesday, September 3rd was 1975 was when this neck was made. So as I said, we think this, because it was so late in the year with it being September, it was probably 1976 when the neck was actually used and joined with the body to make it a 76 Strat before it came into Pete's possession in 1977. So there you go. As I said, it was Strat, maple neck, 36th week of 1975, day 3, So Wednesday, September 3rd, 1975 is our year of manufacture for the neck. So the best way to date the body would have been here. There would have been more stamps, but as you can see, this has been painted over, or whatever was done to it. So we've no real way now of knowing exactly when the body was made. But as we're told, it's a 76 Strat with a 75 neck. That's pretty much what we'll have to go on. So our next piece of dating is the serial number, and you can see the start of it here is just 711. So that, and it's a 6-digit number, so that puts it in the 700,000 range, which is correct for being a 1976 Strat. So next we're going to take off the pick guard and see is there anything we can tell. Hopefully the pots should have dates on them as well. Plus we'll just take a look at what's going on inside and see if there's anything messed about with or anything like that. And also a note to point on this scratch plate. This is the original black scratch plate that P had on, but it seems to have been sprayed or something like that. And you can kind of see around the edges where it's starting to wear, that the black is starting to show up again. So that's going to be another separate project, stripping this back down to try and get it back to its original black. But for the moment we'll just start taking out the scratch plate to see what's going on underneath. That's all our screws out. So now we've had a look at the electronics, we can use this to date the guitar as well. So our first 3 digits on this number here refers to the manufacturer of the pot itself, which is CTS, so that's the 137. The next 2 digits refer to the year that they were made, so this pot was made in 1976. And then our last 2 digits are 20 here, so that was week 20 of 1976, which was May 10th to May 16th. So this pot was made in May of 1976, so that means we have a 75 neck, 76 pots, and our serial number also refers to 1976. So taking a look at the rest of the electronics, we can see that the switch has been changed. It's a newer, more modern switch. We'll be trying to get the original 3-way switch back in, but we don't know if it's in a working condition or not, but we'll try, and if not we'll keep this 3-way switch. You can see there's the original pickups, but then we can see the neck pickup has been changed here to a, I think it says Fender custom shop pickup. So we'll be taking this out to put in the original neck pickup if we can. Again, we're not sure the condition of that neck pickup, but we'll try and get it in anyway. And one of the issues Pete was telling us about the guitar is that it's quite noisy, which would be understandable for a single coil guitar. But we also have this here, and this is supposed to shield it, but it's actually just a piece of tin foil. Not even actual shielding tape like we're getting further down here. This is just literally a piece of tin foil that's stuck in place to try and act as shielding. So even though it might be vintage tin foil, we'll be replacing all of the shielding tape with more modern silver shielding. So our original plan to do a test scraping in here to check for paint isn't going to work because of whatever this black crap is, and it's quite smooth inside, so I don't know what went on there. So what we're going to do is right down here just on the corner where it's never going to be seen because it's under the scratch plate, we're just going to scrape off the edge of paint here just to see what's going on and exactly what we're dealing with. Okay, so that's the area we've just scraped, and you can see the red, you can see a grey primer underneath, and then we're down to bare wood. So unfortunately the original finish was completely stripped off. Well, we're guessing, but it's looking more than likely that this guitar was taken down to bare wood first and then repainted. So unfortunately we've lost the original sunburst paint job, as well as the white paint job that was on it when it was in Pete's original possession. So that means we'll strip down the whole lot. We'll go back to bare wood ourselves, and then we're gonna paint the outside edges with sunburst, and then recreate the white paint job that was originally on it. So it's unfortunate that we don't have any of the original paint on, but we'll come back and do the refinish of the whole lot.